Tampa sits the campus of the University of South Florida, and that's the stage for this in-state showdown. But Stuckey out left. It's Victoria. And a cross-court shot is dug up by the freshman. Stuckey will swing it herself, and she got it. How about this? 13. O'Loughlin goes out left for Busa Hassan, and right on cue, she has the first up. A notable absence for South Florida has been Marta Svikovich. We haven't seen her appear yet for the Bulls. We were given no reason as to the absence. She served very well for South Florida against Georgia Tech. Tough one for Stuckey. Goes to the freshman Kennedy Martin. Bulls on a 3-0 run early. Stuckey will try the other freshman, Hudson, and squeezes it by the block. Missy, that is a 5'8" outside hitter winning on a solo block against a 6'3" grad transfer. Emily Canan, sophomore from Allen, Texas. O'Loughlin back to the pipe for Hassan. She's got it. Another tough serve, Stuckey. Outright for Dixon. Down the line and in the corner. Great. Andrade shoves it across. Stuckey to Victoria, and she's rejected. It's Amanda DeWitt with the block. Those affected as we get back underway in the opening set. Gators a 1-point lead over South Florida on a 4-0 run. And that'll end it right there. Good response by potential of this Florida team. And of course, you wonder with that kind of game, emotional hangover, of course, playing a factor.
Thursday night. So this match against South Florida here, sandwiched in between those two, quote, big matches. And you have to wonder, are they mentally going to have the passing line? They look to have made some big leaps from a season ago.
Dykes goes middle. Boy, South Florida, 1,000 digs against LSU. Dykes will back set it to Polhees, tools the block, point USF. A season ago. Stuckey, back set for Dixon. Boy, look at the placement from Gators, 3 unanswered, trying to tie it. Tough serve, O'Loughlin back outside for Andrade, splits the seam. And the Bulls are
comfortable as a middle blocker. She's played most of her career at the pin.
Short set from Stuckey for Victoria. And a connection that
Florida thinking.
McKissick from the painted area, and Florida sends a free ball. Chance for USF at the right pin, it's DeWitt.
Left, right, it makes it really hard on that middle blocker.
Off the fingertips, South Florida corrals it. Andrade from the pipe, dots it at the end line. Leah Schneider. Bit of an overpass, and Stuckey wisely dunks it down. Back set of the pin for DeWitt. South Florida takes the first set. Well, this will shock her. On to the second in Tampa. O'Loughlin outright for DeWitt. Handled by Florida. Out of system, right side for Martin. And the Bulls block comes through once again. Back to her in the pipe, goes off speed. Stuckey punches it back over. DeWitt, cross court, she got it. Bulls up by 3. Former #1 libero in Texas. Dykes, back for Hassan, runs right into that Gator block. All the back in 2020. Hassan, rather that was Polhees. Victoria, big swing, big result. Gators level it at 4. Gators on a roll, 3 unanswered. Dykes out for Hassan. Bulls back in front. Alexis Stuckey goes to Victoria a little bit low. Bulls will have a chance. Andrade off of McKissick for the kill.
Now.
10 wins a year ago for South Florida was an improvement over the prior year. Good placement by the game's kill leaders from a season ago for Florida. Big offensive piece returning. Overpass, and Essex makes him pay. Off the tape, and they got a free ball over. Good recovery by South Florida, nearly an ace. And off of Schneider anyway. Diving save and a free ball from Dykes. Stuckey for Essex, and she's rejected. On the back set for Martin. What a runs into the block. Andrade hits high hands again. Kiner taps it over. Look at the ball placement by the Gators. Obviously don't want to yield something of a similar outcome to these Gators as a substitution into the game for USF. No doubt one of Gators will try the left pin with Martin. Oh, there's a double contact. Point Bulls. Out to the right pin. And cross court. The Bucknell transfers there. Andrade down the line, got it in.
By the way, that's the 6th kill of the night for Andrade. She leads all players on the court with 6, including the Gator players.
Off the hands and a little discombobulated. So far, she looks comfortable early in her new digs. O'Loughlin back set for Andrade. Past the Gator block and down for the kill.
Much easier to defend, so I think you really have to credit some of the servers.
South Florida rejects it. There's Martin again right on cue. And it's not just the strength. Go to Hudson. Way out of system, they'll send a free ball. Hudson off of O'Loughlin for the kill. And the Gators are in there, taps it over. Hudson. And South Florida will corral. DeWitt through the seam. And Jolene Shepherdson wins the challenge. Stuckey sends it back for Martin. Just a meteorite.
To be able to come in the spring and settle into that before your season begins is a big advantage.
O'Loughlin out for Hazan. Through the seam, got the touch point, South Florida. Stuckey out for Hudson. And USF. They'll try the pipe, and a solo stop by Lewis, but just in. Stuckey will go to Victoria. Bulls will have a shot at it. Andrade blocked, nobody home. Florida takes the second set. The Gators bounce back after dropping the first 25-22. They roll in the second 20. In-state showdown between Florida and USF. Look at the power on that swing by Martin. My goodness, South Florida finds a way to get it over. Back to her. Second time's a charm. She's got the kill, make it 11. To get a swing off. Out for Hudson. And another good pickup by Andrade. Hazan off the hands and down for the kill. You know, Maria Clara
with the short shot.
It is Andrade to Hazan. Did she get a touch? Yes, she did. Point USF. 3-point matters when you're trying to knock off number 11. Victoria over the block and down. Found the perfect overpass. Essex covered up by USF. Andrade goes inside of the block. Stuck into the pipe for Martin. Pinpoint accuracy for Kiner out for Andrade, off the hands, and the power on display for the South.
Become a mental game at that point.
Kiner won the battle with Essex. Back to the middle with Kiner, overpass. Essex took advantage. Stuckey will go back to Martin. And that off speed working again for Kennedy Martin. Through the seam, great pickup by Trinity Adams. Hudson cross court is dug up. Lauren Lewis gets it to Hazan and she takes advantage. What a swing. That maybe is one of those candidates right there. Pohis into the hands. Kiner for Andrade. She got it off the block. Here come the Bulls. And here comes Lauren Lewis. Stuckey will dump it. Oh, look at that. Dykes it right pin. Big swing into the block, and Hazan can't dig it up. Some tough in-state opponents, FGCU, and across the border in Mercer. Martin a big swing and a big kill. Make it 18-14 game. Tough serve. And DeWitt taps it over. Over Essex for Victoria, and the play works to perfection. Florida handles it. Stuckey for Martin. And diving pickup by O'Loughlin. South Florida tools the block. What do we have here? Been as advertised. Serve on the way. O'Loughlin out left for Hazan, and she got it. Overpass to Stuckey, manages to get it to Hudson. Tough setup for Hazan, and she gets the job done. We are tough. Out right side for Martin, goes against the grain. South Florida pups it over. Bulls have a chance to add to their lead. Back to Hazan. Did she get a touch? Yes!
The match, and Nady Okamore into the middle.
Stuckey, outright, stuffed. It is set point. Go to DeWitt. Florida found a way to dig it. Back to her. Second time's the charm. No, it's out. Point. Here is McKissick. Andrade tees it up for Hazan. She got it. South Florida take.
Hazan perhaps playing the best volleyball of her life.
For Fitzpatrick. DeWitt through the seam, she got it. Dykes out left for Hazan. Gators handle it. To the middle for Dixon. Big swing, Gators in front.
Prepared no matter what the paper says, and yet until they're in it, I just don't think they can understand.
Great save by South Florida to keep it in play. And it is Kennedy Martin with the lead in the fourth, trying to force it to a fifth. It'll be the first time since '88 that these two went to 5 sets. Oh, look at Kennedy Martin.
And guess what thing happened in the third set? Florida looked to be cruising, and South Florida did not go away. So they're believing in themselves right now.
And there's a block to back it up. And here's Lauren Lewis. Overpass, Pulhees pounds it down. Canan. Dykes will back set it for Pulhees, and another block. Dykes will try Andrade. Kiner blocked as well. Finally, Hazan gets it through the seam. His pancake dug up by the freshman Schneider. They'll make Florida do it again. Victoria. This time it's O'Loughlin out of system. DeWitt ran into the block, but she tooled it. Just Stuckey on the service line. O'Loughlin will go back to Hazan. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Tough serve over. Long set for Martin down the sideline and off the libero Schneider. Stuckey sets it out for Martin. Cross court, slices it through. Mark, how tense it is in the building right now. There were hardly many cheers after the last kill. Both sides are feeling it. Then I'll elicit a couple more cheers. Gators get the point. Again. This one is handled. Tight at the net and hammered down by Dixon. We will play 5. Florida responds in the fourth with an authority to a fifth. Florida and USF, they have alternated.
You know, they figure they might as well try something a little different.
Big swing by Martin, and Florida's the first on the board. Bulls get underneath it. Out of system for DeWitt. Off speed, shot handled by McKissick. Tapped over in a wise play. Florida's up 2-0. Of the year. Stuckey will go back to Martin, and that combo has been flawless tonight. 23. Martin again. With the off speed shot, South Florida finds a way. Back to her. You bet. Gators taking control. Hassan handles it. They'll try Andrade off the hands. McKissick on the opposite sideline. Tools the block point, Florida.
What a pick.
Dump is over. South Florida's there. Andrade. Did she tool it? Yes. Point South Florida.
One thing about Hassan and Andrade, I don't expect them to freeze up. That is not the way they play the game.
From the pipe, Kennedy Martin. What else can you do but watch? Dykes will tee it up for Pulleys. Off-speed shot is elevated up. Sophia Victoria with authority. Dabs, a lot of positive takeaways in this and how Florida responded and how South Florida played. Andrade runs into that block again. What else can you do? Tough serve. Bulls scrambling. Martis Viktovic has checked into the game. There are no words. All of that. It has been masterful tonight by them. Overpass. South Florida knocks it down. Gators find a way to get an attack, but they'll get him for a double contact. So South Florida. Victoria. Dug up by the freshman Schneider. Andrade will get a swing, and she takes advantage. It is a point for South. Gators need one more to get to match point. Dixon through the seam, she got it. Match point Florida. A chance to end it right here. Dixon, handled by Kiner. To the pipe for Hazan. South Florida survives. Onto the service line. Martin, got it. The Gators survive a gutsy, gritty win in 5, and could it be anybody else to punch?
With 27 kills, what a performance.
27 kills, you said it. After 3, 25-16 in the 4th, and they cruise 15-8. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Florida takes it over USF.